Alright, so now we're talking about Moonraker in the James Bond franchise, and this is. I've been told that this is when it started going downhill, and this is one of the worst ones. Why? I thought this was actually pretty good. Just saying. So, as mentioned in my previous review, originally, For Your Eyes Only was supposed to be the next James Bond film, but then a little film called Star Wars came out in 1977, which is the same year that Spy You Love Me came out. And so Cubby Broccoli decided, no, we're going to do space stuff in the next one. So they took Moonraker, which surprisingly hadn't been adapted yet. It was about a little rocket going into space and made it a big space epic, at least by the end of the film. Yes. So, like I said, I kind of enjoyed this. I don't get the hate for this movie. I really starting to question things. Like, people say that Roger Moore had the worst tenure as Bond. So far, 4 movies in a row, not so bad. But we have 3 more Bond films with him. So, we'll see. But so far, I don't see any problems with this run. Maybe we'll get to it. But anyway, yes. So, first and foremost, the opening has James Bond diving out of a plane. Well, first of all, we have this. The shuttle is the space shuttle. The Moonraker shuttle is stolen. Of course, you gotta have a, plot. So then you go to James Bond, who has to jump out of a plane. Jaws is there, and he falls out of the plane and lands on a circus tent just fine, of course. And Bond has to wrangle someone with a parachute to get out of there. It's a fun opening scene, for sure. And we have the opening song, and once again, I am bored. After this big, exciting opening scene, you get this slow-ass Sleepy Time song. I know it gets better by A View to a Kill, but so far, between The Spy Who Loved Me and this one, it just doesn't work. And once again, I like the version of the song played during the end credits better than the version that they just use those more upbeat versions for the opening credits, because these sleepy things, no. One thing I want to mention in this film before I forget is something I haven't mentioned up to this point, and he's been doing like the sets for all these films almost, I think, and that's Ken Adam, who does fantastic film sets, and I think these are some of his best. The space station and the little jungle set, just very fantastic. It's fantastic sets by Ken Adam. So, applaud to you, sir. This was his last Bond movie that he did. I know he recently passed away like last year or something, so at some point. So rest in peace to you, good sir, but this was a fantastic sets. The villain in this film is he's okay. His name is Drax. No, it's not Dave Bautista. His name is Drax. He's a stock villain who wants to rule the world, of course. And he wants to do that by going into space with a bunch of his perfect specimen people and launching these orbs that will go around the globe and kill everyone on Earth with poisonous gas, leaving only the perfect people to reproduce. Okay, sure. Don't know. As mentioned, Jaws is back, but yes, they brought him back because people were a big fan of his character in the previous film. As I stated, I was a little annoyed by him, and here it's basically the same running gag. He comes at the Bond, he is dispatched in a way that would kill a normal person, but he's still alive, he just keeps coming back. And yeah, I'm not impressed, but he is a decent. I always liked to play him in GoldenEye multiplayer. They had this multiplayer you could play as characters, some characters from throughout the franchise. You had Odd Job, Jaws, Baron Samedi, even Grace Jones, and you could use weapons like the Golden Gun and even the Moonraker laser, which was cool to see in action in this movie. That was kind of cool. And for 1979, this was pretty good effects with those lasers. I mean, you know, Star Wars was a thing, but yeah, pretty good effects. But the villain's plot is stupid, and Jaws, his plot throughout the film is he falls in love, and then when that love is questioned as to whether or not they'll be accepted among these perfect specimens, he turns on Drax and joins 007 and supposedly, I guess, dies. We're never seen again, so he dies. Love has killed this man. He survives everything else. They're in the middle of space when it explodes, so I don't think he's going to survive that one. I think he's finally gone. I don't think we see him again. So rest in peace, Jaws. But yeah. I like Bernard Lee. Bernard Lee as M. He's becoming a more kinder M in his twilight years, and he's a fantastic character. You got a British Minister of Defense and the Russian guy from the last film. Holly Goodhead. Okay, so Holly Goodhead is what Jill St. John's character in Diamonds Are Forever was supposed to be. Strong, independent woman who still wants the love of James Bond. I do like, there's a scene where he comes in to talk, not her, I guess. There's another woman. He comes in to talk to this other woman that starts out as the Bond girl, and he goes, she's like, something like, I don't usually do this on the first date or whatever, and he's like, I'm not here for that. What are you here for? Well, there's a bunch of us, like, information, but they do end up doing it anyway. And this lady, well, I forget her name, but she's dispatched, is it Corinne? She gets dispatched by being mauled by dogs. Yeah. What a way to go. But Holly Goodhead is a strong female character that we needed in Jill St. John's character in Diamonds Are Forever, but it was just a... And then the one from Man with the Golden Gun could have used this too, but no. This was a better character. She actually fought along with Bond. It wasn't captured several times like other Bond girls. She's a very strong Bond girl, and I liked her. And then she and Bond do it in space, because of course you have to. And I like how it gets flashed on the screen, and they're like, "What are you doing, 007?" And you have Q with the lines. He says, "I believe he's trying re-entry, sir." So, yeah, fantastic. I don't get the hate for this movie at all. I think it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. There were some good action set pieces. Okay, one thing. There's a jungle set piece with a python that was a little bit meh. And there's a gondola chase. But other than that, some of the action set pieces were pretty good. Although the python thing is explained when Drax says that he was actually trying to dispatch 007 in an over-the-top way. But he gets out of it every time. So it kind of makes sense. Also, another thing I gotta criticize is the same thing from the last two films. Bond is sneaking around. He convinces Corinne to help him. But, of course, someone is on to him. First they tried to kill him. On to him, you got the Chinese guy. Or Asian guy, whatever. Tries to kill him in the thing. They know there's something wrong right away. And then he sneaks around. But there's the Asian guy again. And then he's told, why can't... Now, he's not undercover here. He's going as James Bond. But, still. I just don't like that, he's got to go in there and pretend to be an ally. But this guy already knows he's not an ally, so what's the point? I don't know. It's just a little meh for me. But, I enjoyed this movie. Jaws was a bit of a disappointment, like this big burning guy who can't be destroyed, and love kills him. He's destroyed by space. But still, it just, I don't know. And it's the last time we see Jaws too, so that's a bit of a disappointment. But I didn't hate this. I like some of the special. I like the special effects in this. Like I said, the Ken Adam film sets are fantastic. There's some screening and some model work that is very noticeable. But I'm not gonna hold it against it. I thought this was pretty good. I just don't get it. People say this is where the bad stuff starts. Where? The screening? Sure. Model work? Yeah. Some of the over top stuff like the gondola chasing the python? Sure. Jaws going out like a wet fart? Fine. Although being killed by space, not really a wet fart. If he's gonna go, think about it. All this Wile E. Coyote stuff that he survives, and he goes out by space, exploding in space. Not a bad way to go, you know. So I thought this was fine. So I don't know. Maybe the next one will start to go down. The only complaint I have with these movies is that they're too damn long. The plot could be condensed to an hour and a half story. Take out a couple of the unnecessary action scenes, and it would be fine. There's a lot of scenes with exposition. There's a lot of unnecessary action scenes that take away from the thing. People saw Moonraker, and this is a space epic. They didn't see mauled by dogs, attacked by python, jumping out of airplanes, and a gondola chase. They saw space epic like Star Wars, which, by the way, they do kind of parody at the end, where Bond is trying to use a targeting computer thing, but it won't work, so he has to turn it off and do it manually. The automatic won't work, so he has to do it manually. Yeah, it's a Star Wars thing, but you know, I'm fine with it. As a Star Wars fan, I'm fine with it. But yes, so this was entertaining for me. I don't get to hate. So what are your thoughts on Moonraker? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Next, it is for your eyes only. See ya.